Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cardinal Sports Complex for CTN's live coverage of girls high school lacrosse. Tonight, a Northwest Suburban Conference matchup between the Coon Rapids Cardinals and the Robbinsdale Armstrong Falcons. Joe Yond up above watching tonight's action. Want to wish my partner Howie Shapiro a very happy birthday. He's taking the night off to celebrate the anniversary of his birth, so I will be all alone flying solo for tonight's contest between these two birds, and it's going to be a tough row to hoe for the home team as they look at an Armstrong squad that's off to a 3-0 start, coming off a 22-10 win over the Rogers Royals on Monday. The Cardinals lost last week to that same Rogers squad 14-4. The Armstrong Falcons off to a 3-0 start. They have outscored their opponents 54-17 through those three games. So they are a team that is clicking very well, both offensively and defensively. That 10 goals allowed against Rogers, their biggest goals allowed of the season, gave up just one goal in their season opener, a 16-1 win against Blaine, then handed Champlin a 16-6 loss last week as well, and then put up that big number, 22 goals against the Rogers Royals on Monday. The Cardinals coming off their first win of the season, a winner over Park Center Osseo on Monday. Feeling pretty good about getting that first win under their belt. And a team that, for the Cardinals, it feels like they continue to improve each time they hit the field. And know that this is going to be their toughest test of the year so far. As we get ready to start, the sun is shining. We did get up close to 50 degrees today, so starting to feel a little bit more like spring. And the Armstrong Falcons get the opening possession. Pass is knocked down, but regained and reset by Ella Steinke. She'll send it back up top. It skips away from Brielle Anderson, and they will work it to the left side of their offense. Armstrong working their way down low. Shot is high and out the back, and it is going to be Armstrong ball. Armstrong numbers a little hard to read from great distance, but I will do my best as they set up behind the net. Bringing it out front, Aaron Poloni, one of the team's leading scorers, 11 goals, 5 assists to this point in the season. He had 5 goals in the opener, 4 in the win over Champlin Park, just 2 in that 22-point outburst on Monday. A very patient Armstrong squad, fed out front. The underhand shot by Sydney Smith is good. And the Falcons are on the board. 10th goal of the season for Smith. She had 5 goals in that win over Rogers. Just about 90 seconds in, Armstrong on the board. And the draws become such a huge factor, especially with a good possession team like the Falcons. And a good draw there by Anna Kepke, and she'll take it on the run down the right side for Coon Rapids, trying to get the Cardinals into an offensive possession and hopefully answer. We'll set it up. Nice pass down low. Didn't quite click with Bolander's shot, actually. Quick shot, just missed the net. Went out the end line. Armstrong will get possession. They were closest. And Armstrong quickly gets it back to the other end. That pass just out of the reach of Sondral, but she's able to scoop it up. Dean behind the net. Bring it out on the near side, looking for a way to get in. No shooting lane there. The ball lost, and they get it to Marnholz. Marnholz, Delilah Gilliard, one of the Cardinals' senior captains, a tri-captain. Lila Gilliard captains the cross-country team and the Nordic squad, as well as the girls lacrosse team. This is Nike trying to find room down the sidelines. Can't. Smith will get it up top, and they will reset it with Steinke. And the Falcons again showing patience, working to that left side. Set it up, take their time. Put some cutters through the middle, a fake pass. Shot, a save by Marnholz. A rebound chance there for Jana Hammond, but another save by Marnholz. Marnholz looking to clear, has Poloni right in front of her. Gets it to Gilliard, and Gilliard will take it on the run up the middle. Gilliard had it knocked out of her stick from behind. She continues to follow up with it. Scooped up near side by Brooke Griffith. Griffith will slow things down and look to reset the offense for Coon Rapids. Still a 1-0 score, just about 5 minutes in. Kepke looking for room. Can't find a lane. Far side pass a little out of the reach of Gianna Isaacs. Ends up out of bounds and a turnover back to Armstrong. Falcons will play it back to their keeper. Long pass ahead will bounce and then be taken by Poloni. Aaron Poloni gets it ahead for Carly Rettelsheimer. Rettelsheimer's pass for Gorgon. Gorgon down low will take it behind the net. Pass up top, skipped off the stick of Smith. Covered momentarily by Steinke. This time it's Ducharme with the possession, driving to the middle, shoots, another save in close from Marnholz. A couple of big shots and big saves in close for the sophomore keeper early on. Falcons trying to work it out from behind the net. Poloni's shot is low. Another stop by Marnholz. And that one nearly trickled through, but she got enough of it to keep it in front of the goal line. Gilliard weaving her way through traffic, trying to find her way upfield into the offensive end. Got a little bit of a pick, but the red jersey's swarming everywhere she turns. Spins across midfield and back across. Now passes for Kepke. Bolander. Bolander uses her speed down to the left side and will take it behind. Kennedy Bolander, also a multi-sport captain. Captain of the hockey team, captain of the lacrosse team. Couple of cutters out front, but no chance for Bolander to get a pass. She'll circle around, find a shooting lane. The save is made, and Bolander recovers her own rebound. Still loose on the ground, back along the end line. Bolander able to scoop it up finally. Bolander down to Kepke. Kepke goes underhand. The big save made. And Armstrong looks to clear quickly. Maloney slowed up, lost the handle, able to scoop it back up. Get right back on the attack. Pass to Hammond behind the defense. Hammond just turns and scores and makes it a 2-0 lead with just over 17 minutes to go. They're going to wave that one off. I'm not sure what happened, but that waved off. So still a 1-0 score, and Coon Rapids sends it back across midfield. Falcons unable to regain the loose ball. And a foul called as Maddie Fowler was bumped a bit too aggressively. She'll get the free position. Lost it as she went to spin. It's scooped up by Gorgon. Gorgon works her way in. The shot in close. Another save by Marnholz. I don't know on that goal that was waved off if they said Hammond was inside the goal circle or what exactly the infraction was. Good steal there by Lila Gilliard, just jumping into the passing lane, and she heads back upfield for the Cardinals. Gilliard is cross-checked. That'll draw the whistle. He'll get a free position, but that also allows the Falcons to reset their defense. Flash called just after the free position began. Kepke trying to work her way through. Can't find a lane. Will back out. Good stick work by the Falcons, able to strip it away from Kepke and get it back going back the other way. Aaron Poloni finds her way in close and scores up high, and now it is 2-0 in favor of the Falcons. So again, a very high-scoring offense for Armstrong, but they have not been able to get a lot past Marnholz early. Marnholz coming up with several big saves to keep this one close. Cardinals have had a couple of looks at the other end, but have not been able to get anything past the keeper, Lydia College. Again, off the draw, Armstrong able to gain possession, and they bring the attack. Smith ran into traffic, lost the handle. Falcons able to recover and reset their offense. Poloni deep on the right side. Work it behind, look for that cutter through the middle. The pass isn't there. Hammond tried to work her way out front and couldn't find room. Brielle Anderson trying to get it down to Hammond. She's well covered. Ball still loose in tight. Swept in where Marnholz can scoop it up. Pass out of the reach of Van Holzen. Van Holzen still trying to battle for it. A couple of Falcons come over, and the possession taken by Bryn Anderson. Anderson puts it back up top for Gorgon. They reset the offense. Brielle Anderson, left side now, and down low they go for Hammond. Hammond had 7 goals and 2 assists in that 22-10 win. Shot attempt kind of failed as Gorgon went to shoot. She lost the handle. Ball bounces free to Marnholz. Pass was too tall for Gabby Newton. And the Falcons able to regain possession. Maloney deep on the right side. Looking to pass out front. It's not there. They'll wait. Now finds Smith cutting to the net. Smith will score her second of the game. It's a 3-0 lead. And Poloni with a goal and 2 assists start the contest. As we're just about midway through this first half, the Cardinals will take a timeout. They have spent most of the game thus far trying to defend, and as I talked about, a very potent Armstrong offense thus far has been somewhat limited. Marnholz coming up with several big saves. Defenders doing a pretty decent job of limiting the passing attempts to those cutters slashing through the hole, trying to. Well, the feeds out front haven't really been there for the Falcons. And the possession time for Coon Rapids very minimal. They've had a couple of looks, but College has come up with the stops when they have had good opportunities, and Falcons have done a really nice job of clearing their defensive zone quickly and getting back on into the attacking end. Cardinals would love to build on that win they had on Monday, but a much more staunch opponent on the field here this evening. Falcons trying to continue to set the pace at the top of the Northwest Suburban. Off to that 3-0 start. And all 3 games in dominant fashion. They've won in running time of their 3 contests. So you can't get much of a better start than that. The Falcons want to kind of keep that ball rolling. Know that this is an opportunity against a team that's at a bit of a slow start. So out of the timeout, Coon Rapids hoping they can find a little more possession time and cash in on an opportunity. But give Armstrong credit. They have done a nice job of winning possession off the draw. Ella Steinke in the circle for Armstrong. Anna Kepke there for Coon Rapids. Kepke able to win the draw quickly and get herself upfield. Spins back toward the middle, gets it over to Kennedy Bolander. Bolander will be playing lacrosse for Concordia next year. Hoping she can help lead her team here tonight and All starts with getting that first one. But if you watch when the Cardinals cut through the front, what they call the hole, might call the slot in hockey or the paint in basketball, cutting through the hole, the Falcons do a really nice job of guarding those passes. And Eagle got the feet together, just clicked her heels together, and kept that shot from Bolander from getting past. And just like that, one opportunity for the Cardinals, and the Falcons are back on the attack. Poloni down the right side, picked up defensively. He'll play it down below the goal line extended. Isabella Gorgon bringing it back out the far side, trying to cut out front. Stopped up, pass out front, shot is low. Another save by Marnholz. Poloni spins back to her right hand, goes down low. This is Hammond behind the net. Pass out front, and this shot and a goal for Gorgon. Makes it 4-0 in favor of the Falcons. Still just over 11 minutes to play in the opening half. Armstrong starting to stretch their lead a bit. Cardinal defenders having a little meeting down near the front of their net. Talk a little strategy as we have another draw at center. This one flicked toward the Cardinal end. A battle for it is won by the Falcons, at least momentarily. And a foul called against the Cardinals, scooped up by Ella Steinke. Steinke's pass a little too tall on the far side for Catherine Poloni, and that'll be out of bounds and a turnover back to the Cardinals. Amesh Jawaj will handle it for the Cardinals, gets it. Van Holzen skips away from her. The Falcons attack with numbers. Chance in close, fired wide by Brielle Anderson and out the end line, but Falcons are there to maintain possession. Poloni works her way up the near side. Out around the top of the arc. Turns back, looks again. No opportunity to pass to the flashing players. Hammond down low on the left side, looking out front. Spins, pass to Steinke, didn't click. Scoop back up, reset. Ducharme on the near side. Ducharme, a good spin move. Not find his shooting lane. We'll play it back up top for Smith. Steinke's pass was deflected, but got through. The shot is low. And the score for Ainsley Ducharme makes it 5-0 in favor of Armstrong. 9 minutes to play in the first half. Armstrong starting to stretch the lead a bit. Finding some better scoring opportunities and again, just continuing to attack and wear down the Cardinal defense, eventually finding those passes into the top scoring areas and then cashing in on those opportunities. Kepke able to win the draw. Will Run to the other end, had her pocket picked, but able to scoop it back up. She'll retreat, stay away from a little bit of a check there. The pass over. Essex brings it back to the near side. With it at the top. Newton able to scoop it back up after the pass didn't click there with Belfrate. Back down low with it is Isaacs. Isaacs trying to work her way out on the far side. Top of the arch, gets a little pick there from Bolander. But Armstrong doing a really nice job defensively of just switching up and passing it along, staying in that zone defense and not allowing any opportunity to get inside. Gabby Newton will pass it in for Bolander. She shoots low and scores and gets Coon Rapids on the board. .36 to play in the first half. Now 5-1 in favor of the visiting Falcons. Again, they have scored at least 16 in each of their 3 games this season. Still a lot of game to be played. Cardinals need to have a few more solid offensive possessions, but again, it's Armstrong controlling off the draw. That one just dropped off for keeper Marnholz as Ducharme was tripped up a little bit, but there was no call. That led to the turnover. But Coon Rapids not able to get it out of the defensive end, turn it right back over. And the Falcons back on the attack. Bryn Anderson plays it down low for Ducharme. And in behind, I believe that's Hammond on the far side. Looking for a way to get out front. Joaj not giving her a lane. A whistle goes, and she's going to get free position. First free position that we've seen from the top of the fan. Racing in, shooting low and scoring is Jenna Hammond, and it's back to a 5-goal lead. Hammond's first goal. She had one earlier, it seemed, but that one was waved off. And this time off the free position. Makes it a 6-1 lead for the Falcons. Off the draw, Bolander had it momentarily, and then it hopped out of her stick and right into the stick of Bryn Anderson, who races down to the offensive end for Armstrong, sets up behind the net. Anderson will leave it off for Hammond. Hammond looks out front, trying to get Brown. Gilliard will play it back up top. Rettelsheimer gets it over for Gorgon. Gorgon can't find room on the right side, guarded well by Jerzyk. Back up top to Steinke. Steinke will take it again at the top of the fan. Nice pass back, shot and a goal for Ella Steinke. And it is a 7-1 lead. I'm sorry, it was Smith from Steinke. Maybe it was Steinke. Either way, a 7-1 lead. .5:32 to play in the first half. Still loose, scooped up by Bolander. She lost the handle. Back on the ground. Armstrong able to scoop. Bryn Anderson races down and sets up. Marked closely by Bolander. She hands it off. Now Poloni deep on the right side. Take it into the X spot and look out front. Again, they send several cutters through the front, but well defended. Poloni comes out front and scores on her own instead and makes it 8-1. Second goal of the evening for Erin Poloni. Scoring has definitely picked up its pace dramatically over the last couple of minutes. And Armstrong in complete control, ahead 7. We'll try again. On the ground, scooped up by the Falcons, and they get right back on the attack. Poloni on the near side, passes out front just a little too tall. See who that was out front, just all alone. I think that might have been Gorgon. It ended up going over her head and out of bounds on the far side. So Coon Rapids off the turnover, gets it to Anna Kepke. Kepke will look for a way upfield. Gets it ahead to Isaacs, who has a little bit of room. Gianna Isaacs. Trying to work her way in from that right side. Forced to the top of the arch. Back on the near side now. Kennedy Bolander. Bolander has the one goal for the Cardinals. Again, they just have not had a lot of time in the offensive end. A couple of good saves by Armstrong keeper Lydia College. But just the one goal for Kennedy Bolander. Again, this Armstrong team, not only do they score at a frenzied pace, but they do not give up a lot of goals. Just 17 goals allowed through their first games. Certainly in lacrosse, to have goals against in the 6 to 7 range means you're doing pretty well on the defensive end. Gave up just one goal in their win over Blaine in the opener. Griffith behind the net. Hands it off for Bolander. Bolander trying to find a way out front. Angle there, tried to get it to Kepke. It was a little behind her, a little disruption. Now a loose ball. Coon Rapids covered, so it will be Armstrong opportunity to clear. Or maybe take that back. Like Armstrong covered, so it'll be Cardinal ball. Bolander pressured behind the net. Back up top. Bolander bodied out on the near side. Strategy similar but different between boys and girls lacrosse. Girls lacrosse, you cannot take a shot if there is a defender between in the shooting lane between you and the keeper. Not so much a concern in boys lacrosse. Of course, if you're a defender, you cannot step in between the shooter and the net once they are in the act, have started the act of shooting. Maddie Fowler down low, looking out front, hands off for Griffith. Griffith can't get out front, under a minute to go here in the opening half. Kepke can't find a lane, well defended, split a couple of defenders, shoots, misses wide. Will be out the end line, but Bolander first one there. So Coon Rapids is going to be able to maintain possession. Love to add one more before the end of the half. Griffith trying to spin her way out front, and then the pass didn't click as she tried to get it back for Fowler. And now here comes Armstrong with under 20 seconds to go. Pass out front, taken away by Lila Gilliard. She is knocked to the ground. That'll draw the whistle and to get a free position. That should do it for the opening half. Armstrong has been quite dominant, but Coon Rapids trying to stay in this, stay relevant. It's 8-1 as we reach the half. We'll take a break. Be back with the second half after this. You're watching Girls High School Lacrosse live on CTN.
Pennsylvania for Philly.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I wasn't playing either. It didn't work.
I used to work with a guy. Who would fly Spirit Airlines. Well, no. Here's the thing. He would fly them even though he didn't have to, and he knew how bad they were. I remember sitting in a meeting with him, and he's got to get a flight back to Florida. That's where he was. And he's online constantly during this meeting, watching his flights get canceled and pushed and moved and all these other things. Put yourself through that. Book a flight, no one's going to be. I need to think too. We're starting. I'll be in Austin in June, Texas. Yeah, and more and more clients will start to request us to come see them out. So we're getting. How's your color commentary?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Not gonna lie, pretty good.
Crushing it. Kirk and I are doing a good job of commenting. That's right. You don't want to listen.
MSC 3000? Oh, God. I used to love watching that show in the early days. I think it was channel 23 on UHF, and you had to get the little circle antenna. No. You have extras. Don't worry about it. She wants to go home like Sandra. Come on, Red!
Back at the Cardinal Sports Complex, Armstrong an 8-1 lead as we get ready to start the second half here. Falcons came in 3-0 with 3 dominant victories under their belt. And they controlled most of the action in that first half. Coon Rapids able to win the draw to start the second half, and they just need some more possession time. And they need to be able to make those possessions count. They had a couple of good opportunities that City College, the keeper for Armstrong, was able to make stops on. The one goal by Kennedy Bolander. But a lot of one attempt and then done, and this pass didn't click, and Armstrong able to regather, and they'll try and work right back out of it, and they do. That pass didn't hit the mark either, but Armstrong able to regain control, get right back into possession and into the offensive end. They have done a very nice job with their possessions of creating opportunities. Coon Rapids, for the most part, has been limiting the good looks to their inside cutters, but eventually the pressure has paid off. A turnover this time, but we have seen Armstrong be very patient on offense and just take their time looking for the good quality chance. A lot of times that has not been from feeding someone slashing through the middle, because Coon Rapids has done a pretty good job of marking those cutters through the high quality scoring areas. Chance up front, and the goal scored low by Ella Steinke. Starts the scoring for Armstrong here in the second. It was Sydney Smith, actually. 26, not 16. I believe that's the third of the game for Sydney Smith. Makes it a 9-1 Falcons lead. Bolander able to win the draw again. She wants to race right at the Armstrong goal. She's bumped and draws the foul. Will get the free position from the left side of the arch. She'll play it back up top for Jerzak. Jerzak down low for Griffith. Blake Griffith. Near side for Deanna Isaacs. Isaacs works across the top of the fan and will head back behind the net for the Cardinals. Jerzak tried to pass out front. That didn't click. Bolander able to pick it up and fire it home to get Coon Rapids another tally, make it 9-2. Both of the Cardinal goals coming from Kennedy Bolander. Ball start on the draw called, so Coon Rapids will be awarded possession. And a Kepke. Lost the handle, but they said a sphere violation. He'll get a free position. Weave her way through. A shot and a big save again by Lydia College, just standing her ground. Falcons able to get control of the rebound. Smith fires it ahead, and Steinke will get it back to her. Smith into the middle, down low, and a dump over the top for Olivia Keene will make it 10-2. Oh, it was Aaron Poloni that scored down low from Sydney Smith. Falcons able to win possession off the draw. Good battle there by Smith. Ahead to Rettelsheimer. Olivia Ojala on the near side. Down low for Poloni. Poloni looking to pass from behind the net. Will hand it off. Again, the Falcons just being patient. A shot and a goal. Make it 11-2. Riel Anderson on the goal for Armstrong. And now the Falcons threatening to get into running time with a 10-goal lead. They've won by at least 10 every time out so far. Off the draw, Ducharme comes in, gets the possession. She races the other end, down low. Poloni has it behind the net. Attempt to cut inside by Catherine Poloni was not allowed, so they will reset. Again, Erin Poloni down below the goal line extended, trying to work her way out front. Guarded there by Van Holzen. Hands it off. Smith up top. Cross for Ojala. Armstrong taking their time, looking for good opportunity. Whistle sounds. And a free position be awarded to Smith right at the top of the arc, or right at the top of the fan. Stutter step shoots wide, but out the end line. Boney is down there waiting just in case that were to happen. It did, and they have possession. Poloni spins back, shoots, the save made. Barnholz wasn't quite sure where it was, but able to keep it out of the net. He tries to fire ahead, looking for Griffith on the far sideline. Loose ball and forwarded to the Falcons. They turn it right back over. Griffith looking for some room to run. Looking for some help. Gets it back for Anna Kepke. Cross check called. Kepke had her pocket pick, just not aware of the defender sneaking up behind her to pry it away. Poloni down the left side for Armstrong. Looking for that backdoor pass. That was intercepted by Marnholz. Loose ball scooped up, though, by Armstrong. They get it back for Ajala. Resets up top for Rettelsheimer. Pass back inside. Rettelsheimer stopped point blank by Marnholz. Falcons able to force the turnover. Then stolen right back by Bolander. Forced to the outside, will set up behind the net. Freight behind the net. Pass out front, intercepted by the goalkeeper, College, and College flings a long pass. Falcons able to get upfield quickly. Scoop back up by Rettelsheimer. Falcons will work it around. Back behind for Poloni. Poloni out front. Spins back, her shot off the mark. But again, the Falcons able to maintain possession. Sankey up top, plays it down low. Big bump as he tried to bring it out front. Another foul called. Or not called, as it ends up in the cross of the Cardinal keeper Marnholz. Her pass upfield didn't click, and scramble for the ball on the far side. Scoop back up by Ojala. Oh, for Catherine Poloni. Works her way out front. A shot and a save by Marnholz. Brielle Anderson, rather. Kicked along, scooped up momentarily by the Cardinals. And a foul called. Maddie Fowler in possession for Coon Rapids. Long pass way too far for Griffith. And the Falcons will take possession and look to clear it again. Scooped up now by Jerzak. Jerzak will bring it back to the near side. Her pass was deflected and scooped up by College. Long pass is too high for the player on the far side, out of bounds, back to Coon Rapids. Kepke with speed gets in. A shot low was blocked. And Armstrong heading right back the other way. Dean tried to slow down and cut and had it taken right back away by the Cardinals. Lily Parrott with the steal from behind. And now Lila Gilliard. Long run down the near side. Back up. Pass to Isaacs didn't click, but it's scooped up there by Kepke. Kepke looking for a way to get inside. Will not find it. And you have to be impressed with the defense by the Falcons. A shot low and a stop by College. Fowler recovers down deep. Good steal, gets it back for Armstrong. Smith ahead near side for Ducharme. Ducharme, long run down the sidelines. Spins down deep as she tried to get around Gilliard. But it's lost out the end line. It'll be Armstrong ball. 10:50 to play in the second half. Armstrong with an 11-2 lead. Pass inside, the shot low and a goal for Ella Steinke. And that will push it to an 11 goal or a 10 goal lead. And we'll push it to running time. Timeout taken by Coon Rapids. And Coon Rapids talk a little bit of strategy here. They've done a better job here in the second half as far as limiting Armstrong's offense. Really have done a pretty decent job all game of not giving Armstrong an opportunity to pass to those cutters. But still, you know, the offense as strong as the Falcons have, hard to stop them all night, especially when they have had so much possession time. Now with the 10-goal lead, we'll go to running time. Cardinals hoping they can get back to the offensive end, put one in, and get the clock to stop again. But you know, this is a game or a team that is very capable of putting up big numbers. 16 in each of their first two games, 22 in their win against Rogers on Monday. So Coon Rapids has the opportunity here really to limit them to their lowest output of the season thus far with how well they have done at slowing them down, especially in this second half. Now that most recent goal, the first goal for either team in almost 10 minutes of play. It's the longest stretch without a goal that we've seen in the contest. But down now with just over 10 and a half minutes to play. A 10-goal lead for the Armstrong Falcons.
It's not a game at Cardinal Stadium without our number one fan. Red is in the house.
Sankey will face off against Bolander at center. Cardinals, like I said, would just like to get the clock to stop and then just do what they can about chipping away at this and trying to limit it. A good opportunity there from Kepke, but a save by College. She's going to feel that one. It stung. Griffith thought she had it, and it got behind her. College runs and gets to it, but her pass doesn't click. Scooped back up by Isaacs. Isaacs will bring it back up top for the Cardinals. Isaacs draws the cross check. Off the free position. We'll hand it off now for Maddie Fowler. Fowler bumped, lost the handle. Gets some help. Scooped back up by Jerzak. Gabby Newton near side. Bring it up top. Back for Bolander. Bolander set up on the left side. Circle down behind. Passes through the middle. Jerzak on the far side. And Cardinals called for not someone. The whistle blew. Somebody was in violation of some rule. Cardinals still maintain possession. Gabby Newton down low to Kennedy Bolander. Bolander will bring it out top, up top. Circle the wagons. Kepke set up behind now. Trying to work out front, draws a lot of attention from the defense. Leaves it off for Jerzak. Jerzak backs up top. Pass to Isaacs doesn't click. She's able to recover it. Hands off for Bolander. Gabby Newton. Gets it to Jerzak. Jerzak up top. This is one of the longer possessions of the evening for Coon Rapids, but still not able to generate good looks. The zone for Armstrong does a very nice job, communicates well, rotates. Pass inside to Kepke, didn't click. It came all the way through to College, and after all that time in the offensive end, does not generate a scoring opportunity for the Cardinals. Long pass was too high. Kepke had it momentarily, and then Bolander did as well. Scoop back up by Steinke, and Steinke on the run for the Falcons. Pass down low, in tight, a big save for Barnholes. But the Falcons able to recover. They will set up in the offensive end. Maloney near side. Steinke. Up to Maloney. Hammond now. Up top, Aaron Poloni. Cardinals again doing a good job of keeping him outside, not making it easy on the Falcons, certainly. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Falcons on top by 10. A position where they can just salt away win number 4 on the year. Chance out front, another save in close for Barnholes. Certainly the score could be much larger for Armstrong. Barnholes has come up with a number of big saves. Keep this one a bit more respectable. Falcons working the perimeter. Poloni down low. Take it behind. Anderson will play it back behind for Hammond again. Hammond trying to get around Jawaj. Not find room. We'll set it back up top. Maloney with it. He can't find an entry point. And behind again, coming around out front and scoring is Brielle Anderson. That'll make it 13-2. That has been, they haven't scored a lot like that. I mean, they have 13 goals in the game now, but Cardinals have done such a nice job of marking the cutters through the middle that they're looking for to pass out of from behind the net, and they just haven't allowed that open pass out front, and haven't given up that quick run out front from behind too many times, but the Falcons have been able to score a couple that way. And obviously, Falcons have just, big thing is they've been able to control this contest and control possession most of the evening. After another successful draw, they're, again, able to just be very patient on offense, work the ball around. No need to add to their lead, although they will certainly attempt to. Another shot in close, another save for Marnholz. And even though it's a 13-2 lead, I obviously don't keep track, but Marnholz, I would say, has probably 10 really good saves, which is an outstanding percentage for a Lacrosse keeper. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, this certainly could be a much larger deficit for the Cardinals, but Marnholz has made some big saves for him in the net. College has done the same at the other end. The Cardinals with far fewer opportunities, as we're down to the final 45 seconds. But College has come up with a couple of big saves in her own right. And just the 2 goals in the contest for Coon Rapids, both by Kennedy Bolander. That pass deflected, but Bolander able to scoop it back up. Bolander able to get back out front, a backhand shot, but the save by College. Again, as I talked about, just making some big saves in close down to the final 5 seconds, and that will do it for this contest. The Falcons will improve to 4-0 on the season, but Coon Rapids, if they want to look at the silver lining, that is their lowest offensive output of the year in their 4-0 start, just 13 goals. But for the Falcons, they have everything working for them so far this season, now outscoring opponents by a 67-19 margin through 4 games. Second time that they have held a team to 2 or less. They gave up just 1 goal in their win over Blaine. So they are early on in the season looking like one of the top teams to beat in the Northwest Suburban. But they advance or improve to 4-0 with the 13-2 win. That's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us. Continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, I'm Joe Young saying good night.